Hi everyone, this is Susan Itel with Simple Stamping. As promised, today on my blog, I wanted to share with you a great card that I totally love, and this is one of my all-time favorite stamp sets that Stampin' Up! Has had. It is a single stamp called Vivid Vases, and yes, it is unfortunately on the retired list, but have no fear, it will never leave Randall Lane. I love this stamp, and I just think it's a very versatile one. I have blogged many times about this type of a card, and I've had many of you ask me to do a video. So here you go, and let's hope it's short. Today I just really wanted to focus on two different techniques that I used. One, the paper piecing, as well as the coloring with the aqua painter. Now, for some reason, I used to be that way. I used to be scared to death of the aqua painter, and I know there are still a bazillion of you out there that are fearful of this tiny little thing. This is your friend, and hopefully you will see how quick and easy it is to use. Also, this month, April of 2016, you can earn one of these free from me with a $75 order or more through my blog. My blog is simplestampin.com. So let's get going. So I'm going to save time, and what I did is I went ahead and I had pre-stamped the great image just on thick white cardstock. And on my still photos on my blog post today, you saw that I just went ahead and I stamped the vases on the designer series paper. Here's a little scrap of one. What I usually like to do is go ahead and stamp them all, and then I like to take my craft scissors and cut them apart. These are going bye-byes too, and if you do not have these, I would stop the video and order them right now. The best scissors in the whole wide world. They make cutting ribbon like butter. I would get a pair for paper and a pair for ribbon. They are that good. So I go ahead and I just cut them, and then when I'm having some downtime, which isn't too terribly often, I always have time that I can fussy cut them around. So what I have done is I went ahead and fussy cut, but I wanted to show you a little tip. You know when you fussy cut how you have a white edge and sometimes it shows your imperfections of how you cut? If you go ahead and just take your black marker, and I use the brush edge, and just run it around the edge, it will take any boo-boo that you have away, and nobody will know except you and I. So have fun with different designer series paper. It works best with a smaller print. Now we're going to pull in the green glue and go ahead and use the green glue on your vases. I always try to keep the nozzle down just so I can control the flow of the glue. We all know this can be a heck of a mess, but it is more of your friend than it is a mess once you just let it know that you're the boss and you understand how to use it. It's a great adhesive. So I like to go ahead and put my adhesive down, and then if you wanted to, you could do fussy cutting at that time because you can let your glue set up a little bit. Here's a trick. This is called a quick stick. It is not a Stampin' Up! Product, but I use it all the time. I purchased it on Amazon. I love it because it has a little bit of putty on the end, and it makes picking up things a breeze. So all you're going to do is pick up your pieces and put them to the corresponding vase, and you can see already how the fun is happening. This is so easy, and it really is addictive. I do think I have made, I don't know, 25 of these from this print that looks like this. So I go ahead and I push it down, and then I take it to the next level. I flip it over and give it a good rub. And now let's flip it back and get to some color. Now, this is the aqua painter. The chamber is filled with a little bit of water, and the key that you need is just a piece of a paper towel. You can feel the water flowing. The key also is to make sure that you have enough liquid. A lot of times if it's too dry, you get super frustrated and you just make a terrible mess. So that's what I first used to do when I used the aqua painter, and I really did not care for it. But practice is the best tip I can give to you with using the aqua painter. This is Pear Pizzazz, and you're going to see quickly how fast I just kind of add a little bit of color. Now, you do not have to go right in the lines, and because I'm not super close to it, it's going to be a little bit harder for me to see how I'm doing. But you know what? It doesn't matter. So let's clean that off. We're finished with that. Let's move on to Daffodil Delight. Grab a little Daffodil Delight, and you're going to just quickly color your flowers. And the beauty about watercoloring is you really do not need to stay in the line. If you want to, and if you want to be super duper perfect, go at it. But the beauty is that you can be very carefree. Now, another tip for you is let it dry in between if you do not think that you like the coverage. That's the best tip I can give you, because sometimes you just need to be patient. I'm not best with not being patient, but it does work with watercoloring. Now let's pick up some Wisteria Wonder. Now this is really technical. Now watch really hard because this one's really tough. Ready? How do you like that? That's all you had to do. Zig. Haha. So easy. Clean that off. Last color is Pool Party. Let's bring the Pool Party in. Pick a little up, and we're going to go ahead and just color this flower and color that little bud, and we are just about done. But the one thing that I love about this card, and I'm going to bring the card back in so you can see, do you see how I outlined the cards? That is with Sahara Sand. That is like a secret weapon. Sahara Sand just gives you a great soft effect. Make sure my brush is clean. I'm going to pull. Now you can you see how liquidy that is? You want to be able to get a nice amount of liquid. And when I do this, I just start at the outside of one of the flowers and just go all the way around. And again, it's a little hard since I can't get my head down. And that is it. Can you see how just that little tiny bit of Sahara Sand makes all the difference in the world? And again, you can do this around the green. Just pick it up right around the green. This is not watercolor paper. This is just your thick white paper. And I'll even flip it over when we're finished just to share with you that it really doesn't bleed through. And you can see how I'm just kind of being very whimsical about it. And look at that. Let me pull it up a little bit for you. Can you see that? It just makes a huge difference. Now for the bottom, all I did was I take it and I start on either the left or the right, and I just bring a line, and I usually stop in the center there, and then take it on the other side and do the same. And that is it. So what do you think? Don't you think you could do that? I know you can do it. I totally know you can do it. But you also need to add some Susan dots. So dot, dot, dot. You know me with my dots. Dot, dot, dot. There you go. And then I adhered this to Sahara Sand. And here is the end result. This is the Whisper White note card. This is a note card size. And then for the outer flap of the envelope, I added just a little smidge of Daffodil Delight and then the Designer Series paper. I love doing that way of a treatment because you can really get a lot of cuts out of your Designer Series paper. So I hope that you found this tip in this video very helpful. Please try the paper piecing as well as your watercoloring. Your watercoloring is your friend, and it really makes a big difference. But before we go, I did share with you that I would flip over the back just so you can see. Look, you can't even see where we had watercolored. And that is the beauty of this thick paper. The thick paper is just absolutely wonderful. So there you go. Go have a great day. I hope you give this a try. I hope you like my project, and thank you so much for stopping by my blog. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.